Everybody with a check ain't certified. If you look behind these shades, you see a murder house.
Yo, Shake, what's going on, my creators? You already know what it is, man. It's another edition of C.U.T.S. You know what the C.U.T.S stand for? Culture, Urban, Technology, and Sports. Now, you know how it is, man. We always bring here people that always move the culture going forward. Nonetheless, to my left, to y'all right, I mean, how can I start with this young man?
They know who the
I'm gonna say young man. We know you all, but
they know who I am.
and I'm always saying young man because
Future statues will be made.
Okay, you know,
That's my new name. Yeah, sorry, it just means that future statues will be made.
Future statues.
What's the abbreviated? F Future F S
Okay.
W M.
All right, FSWM. We're gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
But as you know, he's been on the internet. He's been killing it. He's been leading the way vigorously with his knowledge, being sharp, being mindful. You know what I'm saying? To my record knowledge of his start, it was on Matt Hoffa's podcast. I'm just saying when I seen you. No. I'm just saying I'm saying when I seen you.
Yeah, Saturday TV.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm saying for and then seeing you, and then also too, I'm giving y'all story time, right? I met him at an event at Bakery. Shout out to Chio. That was about a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? We was chopping it up there and everything like that. And we've been trying to get this for a long time. The brother's been busy. I mean, that's what happens when you get brothers that big. Then I got my guy, smart guy.
No. F, was it F? I made T-shirt with that. That's kind of slick, right?
Hey, listen.
Statues will be made.
Statues will be made?
That's a future. What did I say?
They said future statues will be made.
Futures, because no more goat talk.
No more statues will be made.
Yeah, future.
I like that.
Let me get the brief. Gotta make sure I type it down.
You're taking down notes here on C.U.T.S. You know what I'm saying?
Future statues will
be made. But now, what's good, beloved? What's going on, man? What's the word?
Future statues.
How you been?
Be made. I've been great, man. Future statue. So we're trying to FS.
Taking notes on C.U.T.S.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. Hey,
right. Yeah. No, I mean, I've been great, man. I mean, I've been great. I've been focused. I'm getting to the I Am Enough tour. I've been really focused on developing stuff for our people, for Black people,
right
here in America and also abroad. I mean, the more aware I become of systemic racism and white supremacy, I'm more fired up. I think I'm more angry.
Okay.
I feel like fuck white people more every day. And I feel like we don't get the respect that we deserve. You got to think the Black man we were the first man here. We're the first, me and you, right? We're the first. And it's this arrogance, it's this condescending shit that I'm tired of us not being aware that we're under. I could see it. I see it in our women. I see it in media. I see it in movies, right? Like the nerve of women, right? Just women, anybody. People, right? Like if you're atheist, then cool, right? If you believe in God, well, I'm his first creation, motherfucker, right? And there needs to be a level of awareness for Black men now more than ever, especially little Black boys. So with the I'm Enough tour, that's what I'm touching on, like using creating seminar series, conventions and workshops to not only develop the mindset of the men in our culture, but also set goals and deadlines and have tangible things, creations, and institutions built from that new level of understanding and awareness. And even just now, before I came here, it pissed me off. I'm pretty punctual, just the latest I've ever been. Right. And, I'm trying to get a buy some toothpaste, right? And I'm driving by and I see this lady, looks like, she's getting beat up, right? She's probably shoplifting or something from a CVS, right? And the cop got his knee on her neck, right? Wow. This happened before I got here, right? Wow. And I'm looking, and I'm like, I'm looking at the men, right? Right. And everybody got their cameras out. Yo, man, just.
Which is crazy in this.
Yo, man, it's so chill. I'm like, I said, get your foot off her neck. I pull over in the middle of the street. I hop out and I push the cop off her. Like, yo, my man, what you doing? You all right? Like, you ain't supposed to be putting your foot on her neck, right? And it just was very frustrating for me, knowing that after all these years, but what can you expect, right? We're the only group of people, oppressed people, living in the land of their Holocaust, expecting the people who put us in the Holocaust to actually take us out of it, right? Mm-hmm. So we have this we have these issues, right, that we're still dealing with. And I think we have to come to grips with fuck white people, right? And fuck America, right? We might need what's that shit called? A coup d'etat? Or we might, because Paul Revere, Thomas Jefferson, and George Washington, they didn't go to the British and say white lives matter.
Right.
No, they had the fucking Boston Tea Party. They had the Boston Massacre. George Washington was the first person to invent in the U.S. a spy network. John Revere, was part of the Boston militia, right? The Massachusetts militia, right? So these white men, these so-called punk-ass founding fathers, started over these little soft-ass 13 colonies and parlayed that into an empire, which we see now is the United States of America, right? And I think we place impossible expectation on getting anything from white people, because white supremacy is created to protect against white genetic annihilation. And we're genetically superior, right? We're not minorities. We're actually the majority. We're the majority in the United States. We're the majority in the world. We're the majority fucking everywhere, right? So because we're the majority and we're superior, if I have a baby with a Karen, which I'll never, the baby's not going to come out looking like Elvis. Okay? Right? We're dominant, right? Like I'm saying, they're recessive.
What you speaking?
Right? They're recessive. We're dominant, right? Mm-hmm. So, they view our elevation as their extinction or their annihilation. So they're never going to give us any type of anything. So we have to build, create on our own, right? We have to have a new revolution. We have to fight for our independence. And as black men, it's very important, right? Because the greatest soldier in the white man's army is the black woman. So we can't even expect the woman to understand. We got to be very careful, right? It's a lot of, I forgot the chick name. What's it, Delilah? That cut Samson hair?
Yeah.
If
I'm understanding of the story, I don't want to.
If you guys watch it, if I get it wrong, just let me know, right? Well, I don't know if it's Delilah, but just chick cut his hair.
We get the concept. We're getting the concept.
Yeah, brothers, be careful with the pillow talk. You know what I'm saying? So, with the I Am Enough tour, I want to create that much needed conversation, and I'm unapologetic about being a man. I'm unapologetic about being a black man. I'm unapologetic about being heterosexual. Sorry, but not sorry. I don't support homosexuality. I'm unapologetic about believing in God. I don't know what you atheists, witchcraft, past. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Okay? I'm unapologetic about not being in no fraternity. I'm not no Mason. I don't care about the Eastern Stars. I don't want to be in no bootleg. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm not trying to fit in with some shit that has been trying to kill me since its existence. Mm-hmm. Right? And it pisses, even now, you look at podcasts, right? When how many black podcasters? Oh yeah, go ahead. No. Go ahead, ask questions. I start going, man. Yeah.
Let's touch on that.
Yeah.
On a recent platform you were on, you were speaking about digital crack, right?
Of course.
Being that for you, I wanted us to understand from your perspective on digital crack, and also too, who's to really blame? Is it the
white people?
No, hold on. Besides
white people,
but is it white also people to blame? Is it the creator or the people or
white people?
Okay,
white people. What I'm saying is we're so uneducated about racism, right? So I have something called Emma, right?
Okay.
White supremacy was established through slavery. They maintain it. Through institution development and passing laws. They expanded through appointed leadership over those institutions. Then they refine it through media, technology, nutrition, foods, and recreational drugs. Like they put synthetic crack, synthetic crystal meth in the cocaine. They put, prescription drugs and things that, hallucinogenics in the alcohol.
Right.
Right. So we have to really understand that. Did we say white people? Yeah, it's white people. Because their whole mission is to protect against white genetic annihilation and also to maintain their power structure here in the free world. If you're talking about media, who runs media? We talk about Vivendi, Viacom, Bolloré, right? Like these are French companies, right? Like none of these people. What's the guy, Lucien Grant? Like he's still a Pinocchio. There's someone over him, right? And he's not black. Get it? So when these agendas comes to pass, it's white men who want to maintain that power structure by any means. And, the greatest threat to their survival is us.
Okay.
So there's no way to think of it like this. Who you love the most?
Besides myself?
Who you love the most? Of course, besides your fucking self. Your mom, your aunt,
Well, God rested that to her, but yeah.
Okay, so now picture this. Your mom's has cancer, right? She's on chemo, right? And right in the, she's in chemo at this hospital, and right next door, there's a Subways. This white guy opens up the Subways, and every sandwich he sells, your mom chemo doesn't work. Her cancer gets worse, and the doctor's like, "We've never seen this. This is like, we don't understand it, man. This is a phenomenon, right? Every time this guy sells a sandwich, your mom gets worse. What are you doing with the Subways?
Oh no, we're going to question. We're going to get it out of there.
You gonna blow the Subways up, man. Probably gonna kill a guy. If you sell another motherfucking sandwich here, I'm gonna make you a sandwich. Right? Literally, I'm gonna kill you, right? Like, so that's how they view us. Every success that we have, they view as if they're losing something. They're not gaining. They're losing their power structure. They're losing their grip on monopolies. Mm-hmm. Right? This is why black men, when they were lynched, they were castrated. They would cut the penis off. This is why if you got caught with a white woman, you'd be lynched and castrated, right? Because they fear our procreation. This is why they look. They put this in the black woman's mind to look at you and me like,
right.
But you subservient to this fucking recessive, this inferior. I don't know what to call him. I want to say pig, but I don't know. I think pig is too much of an upgrade. Okay, and so now the woman doesn't even respect us. We're the only group of men publicly on this planet that gets more disrespected from their women than anybody else, right? So when we understand these things, then we have to. I'm not an integrationalist. I'm not apologetic for this shit, right? When we understand that there's no way to be with them in a happy space unless we're subservient and slaves, then where do we take the relationship? How does it go? How does it work? How do we, because I'm not nobody's slave. I only bow when I pray to God. And I don't pray to man.
That's true.
And we all know Jesus was black. All right? So I don't know what you motherfuckers talking about, right? So I'm saying all to say this. We as black men have to stop being subservient, period. We have to understand prayer. We have to understand affirmations, meditation, neuroscience, quantum physics, right? We have to understand that how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. Only think about what you want. Forget about what you don't want. Never speak about what you don't have, right? And the way to manifest things, you have to really, and the universe doesn't take time. God has delayed gratification, but the universe doesn't have. The universe has instant gratification. Whatever you feel, that shit coming to you, right? And we have to understand that we have the power to change our paradigm. We have the power to change our power structure on this planet right the fuck now. And it's time to start putting these principalities and these ideals into action. And that's what my I Am Enough tour is about. So I'm super excited about that. Also, understanding that prayer, you don't pray with your mouth, you pray with your actions.
Right.
Right? So there was missing parts of the Bible called the Apocryphas, right? It was a guy, Martin Luther. It's like some German priest or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He was killed. And it was parts of the Bible that they took out, right? Mm-hmm. And there was parts in the Bible that broke down meditation and how to actually pray, right? How to use prayer to acquire things and like real steps by steps. We don't pray with our mouth. We pray with our actions. The actions you take is the prayer. The answer to the prayer is the results you receive based upon the actions you take. But God is not going to answer your prayer unless your intentions are pure, right? And an example of having pure intentions is how does my prayer, how does my actions add value to people? Right? How does my prayer, how does my actions bring people closer to God? Right? And if those things are authentic and they're present, then God is going to answer the prayer. Right? And God is going to answer the prayer in the form of provision. So us being men, we're supposed to be what? Heads of the household. Fuck all this fake ass alpha female shit. Because don't no woman who run the world? Men. Who run the world? Men. Sorry to break it to you. Girls, no, men, right? Mm-hmm. So we have to understand that our role as men is protectors, providers, maintainers, leaders, sustainers. We're the head of the household. But the white man, slick as a motherfucker, tried to, reverse the roles. And they talk about that in the Willie Lynch letter. Talk about that in terms of the
I was going to get you into that right now.
The effect of the Jim Crow laws. And people say Jim Crow laws like that was actual. No, it's a Jim Crow laws is ideals. It's a mindset that they want that white supremacists condition into the slave, the minds of the slaves, to keep them subservient and not challenging the power structure or the status quo of these weak white motherfuckers, right? So, I got ahead of myself real quick. So, yeah, we have to learn how to apply prayer to our life, and God gives us provision. So as men, we're protectors, maintainers, sustainers. We're the heads of our household. We got to provide as men. But how do we provide? We provide through the provision we get from God, right? Mm-hmm. But if we don't know how to have a conversation with God, if God number is 777 and we keep dialing 911, right? God's number is 777. You keep calling 911. You keep calling this stupid ass bitch that you met in the club. You going to a woman, what you supposed to go to God for. You going to the white man, what you supposed to go to yourself for. See? You're never going to have anything, and you're never going to be in your proper place, right? And there's no nice way to say it. Fuck you. I'm unapologetic. I'm not here to make white people like me. I'm not here to fit in. I'm not here to talk to these narcissistic black bitches out here. I don't give a fuck. Keep it moving. Right? But there's black women out here who understand the importance of being submissive, who understand how to play their role, which is wisdom and balance. Mm-hmm. See? So we can build, because I need her, she needs me. I need a woman. She got to be black. And a woman that's aware, she knows she needs me. And the man got to be black, right? Because we can't build a nation. We can't have a power structure. We can't have strong, powerful families and lineage and create nepotism for fucking once and for all, right? Without us coexisting together in healthy relationships. Not no co-parenting shit. Not no, you think you a lesbian, you a man, and you think you a man, but you a woman, and all this weird shit that Europeans put inside of us. Homosexuality is not even it's not even our culture. You can't even find a gay hieroglyphic. That's some Greek, Roman. They was the first ones wearing drag. Freaky ass white boys, man. You know what I mean? So we've been so whitewashed and indoctrinated. We don't even speak our language, right? Like, look, I'm speaking this language. It's not even my language. It's not even my tongue. So you took my language. You took my religion. Damn, gang. Right? So think about this. You took my culture. You took my knowledge and so you took everything from me. God damn. That's why you winning. Mm-hmm. You took my name. You see a Chinese man. His name ain't Elvis Presley. You think of a Chinese man, what you think? Kung Chong, Jackie Chan? You know what I mean? You ain't thinking of Kelly. Right? Like, then I pull up, what's your name, man? Oh, my name is Bill. Bill, what? Okay. Like, your name is Bill. You look black, your name should be Juma. You know what I mean? Dangote. You know what I mean? That's the fuck? So we need leadership. We need leadership that's not going to compromise. And I think what's so beautiful about my message, what I've been doing, and what God has given me the ability to do and allow the internet to be a catalyst for this awakening information for our people. I'm unapologetic. I don't want no money. You can't buy me. You can't blackmail me. Ain't no skeletons in my closet. I'm not with no fraternity. You just got to sit there and watch and stay out the way because it's duality. It's universal law. And see, a lot of times we don't realize that your death date is already written. Before you took your first breath, your last breath was already documented and written. And a lot of times we get so caught up on the how instead of the when. So the when is you died when. This is when. This is when you die. But how God allows you to be brung to him, that's up in the air. So you think because you speak the truth, somebody has the power to speed up your death date. They don't. Mm-hmm. They just control the transportation. So you go, man, Martin Luther King got hit. No, man, that was just his time. How he went, God let that happen how that's supposed to happen. But he was going to go regardless on that day at that time. Mm-hmm. So I'm not afraid of death. And because I'm not afraid of death, I'm not afraid to live. And I'm not cowering. I'm not bending. I don't see police officers and be like, yo, let me put my camera out. I'm not, none of that. When it's my time to go, I'm out of here. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
When it's my time to go, you could take this water, go like this, and I'm dead. If it's not my time to go, you could take a fucking rocket launcher and shoot it at my head. You're like, God damn, how did he survive? Because God said it ain't time yet. And because we have to understand this, right? This is what religion and scripture is for. Yeah, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, right? So when we understand, we can have better leadership. We can have people, because white people like to use fear as another weapon. They weaponize fear to get us from challenging their power structure. But your power structure has caused my people nothing but pain. Even to this very day, they look at us like, yo, bro, record labels. You think about record labels, anything. We built everything. You look on these walls, they said we might be drunk. You look on these walls, we built everything these white people got, we built, right? Even the Superman, the nerve of them. The nerve of them. They look like, how can you make me a guest in my own home? America is our shit. Everything. We invented everything. Like everything. Do you understand that, right? So who are we? The fathers of civilization, the scientists of life, the inventors of math. They kill me with this Mason shit. We invented masonry. You know, the sculpture shit, like we invented that. The fuck y'all don't own nothing. And white people be mad, high key, because they don't have no culture. They come from nothing. Who are you? You're nothing. You didn't invent anything. Everything you got, you stole. They say the Greeks, we taught the Greeks. The Greeks taught the Romans. Right? So if we don't have someone, and this is what the I'm Enough tour, I'm so excited about it, is because it's something that's going to be unapologetic. It's going to be applicable. It's going to be, okay, look, you're learning from this, that, and the third, and look, now you're applying it. Right? I know you got shit.
No. Listen, I definitely listen, that's amazing. And what I feel from you is besides, I don't want you to describe it as angry, even though
I'm angry.
No, you are no. I can't tell you. No, hold on.
Yeah,
let me.
Will you be angry?
No, yes.
No, hold on.
No, what?
Because right. You gotta understand. No. I don't give a fuck about person. Don't define me. I don't give a fuck.
Oh no, right.
No, listen. Because I want to say it's very important, right? Because we get these at certain points that. Bro, I am angry with these white motherfuckers.
Okay.
So you think them so-called Jews, when they every chance they get, they remind you of the Holocaust. They were angry. See, the white man try to, anything that is gonna challenge, you're angry. You're the angry black guy. I am angry. You think it makes me feel good to see a black woman today with a white dude with his knee on her neck? I pushed him off her. I'm not cool with that. You think I'm okay seeing a brother got his hands up saying, yo, officer, I'm not resisting, and his daughter's in the back seat and they shoot him in front of his daughter? You think I'm happy when I see Sonia Massey get shot in the face and that faggot ass cop went from agency to agency to agency, getting rehired in different police departments because he's been a problem, but we don't have no legal institution to hold that cop accountable for getting rehired. I mean, to hold those agencies, those departments accountable for rehiring this cop who clearly has mental illnesses, anger problems, drug addictions. Mm-hmm. And then when you see him go, I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking face. And the lady got boiling water, the black lady got boiling water, and he just shoot her in the fucking face. You think I'm angry? Of course. No. And listen, and because we not angry as a collective, let me cook. Because we not angry as a collective, that's why they still got they foot on our fucking necks. Mm-hmm. When that guy, I'm so glad that guy ran over that cop. Because it humbled them. Like, oh shit, you ain't see the guy, Robert, when his son got killed? Immediately he killed the cop. And they didn't want to let his brother in the courtroom. And they had 50, 70 white officers in the courtroom trying to, gang, we ain't scared no more. We never really was. So I think that was so important because every day you turn on the news, I was glad to see that cop die. I was so happy. They should make a holiday, cop get run over day. See?
No,
right? Because listen,
you feeling what you're feeling.
Because what I'm saying is we always been taught to accept everything the white man do to us. As black people, mm-hmm. Who the fuck gave them the power, the right to monopolize and corner the market of sympathy? Right? Mm. I mean, God, I'm a homosexual. You sucking dick got nothing to do with me, gang. You deal with prejudice as a homosexual, right? We deal with racism. You ain't get your dick cut off, shoved in your mouth because you was a homo. Okay? And then you're homophobic. No, I'm not afraid of you. God said that was an abomination. So I'm not jacking it. You can't turn me against God. You didn't create me. You didn't bless me. God does. And God said it was wrong. So I'm here to tell you, motherfuckers, stop sucking dick. Okay? So now look.
So what I'm saying, no. All right. So what I was saying was, right? I wasn't saying in fact of telling you how to feel. What I feel with us, right?
Don't water down how I feel.
No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm watering down. No, you are. No, you are. Yeah. But I feel at times it gets misconstrued for wait, brother.
Yeah.
Wait, brother. It gets misconstrued of the vigorness of it. And wait, hold on.
No, it don't.
No, I'm not saying for you. No, listen what I'm saying.
I get what you're trying to go.
No, let me land.
I got you. But let me put something in the air before you land. Bro, that's racism.
No, correct.
You heard?
No, correct. And that's why I'm about to go.
Programming. When I say fuck white people, look, when I say fuck white people, oh my God. Right? For you to feel that is programming. But when somebody be like, nigga, spin the block.
No, right.
Bro, nigga.
It's a double standard. It's a double standard. It's not as vigor. Right.
If I say kike, oh my God.
Right.
You're anti-Semitic. Bro, you're not even Jewish. Like, you try to make a race of religion.
Mm-hmm.
See? Moses was black. We the real Jews. Everywhere these white people go, you know what they do? They steal, restamp, and go, this is mine. You anti-Semitic.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even Jewish. Fuck are you talking about? What?
Right.
Yo, it's crazy. Hitler and y'all is the same. Go look at the lineage. Motherfuckers never even read Mein Kampf. Right? You don't know about you. You don't speak German. Guten Tag, Tag. You never even read Mein Kampf. You never even studied Hitler's story. Right? To look at his bloodline, to look at his lineage. Really start studying these white people. They all the same. It'll fuck you up. See? So how you not gonna make me, so you gonna get mad? Like, you was playing me this whole time? You took trades out of the schools. When you go to the Crown Heights in Brooklyn, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see police cars with Hebrew on them. You see buildings and blocks of only so-called Jews. No black people allowed to open a business there, get a building, nothing. And they thriving in that community.
Mm-hmm.
You see? And I sit there and I go, why we not doing the same? You look at delis, corner stores. Listen, you look at, I'm going to tell you my answer though.
Yeah.
I know the answer. But you look at delis, corner stores. How many black corner stores you seen growing up? Don't want to answer that. Delis make between $300,000 and $500,000 a month. Dubai is more money in the ghetto than Dubai. Dubai was the fucking desert. So is Vegas. Them Arabs don't got more money than us because money ain't about paper. It's about manifestation. Our melanin, our ability to generate and create is what makes us superior. So you think Dubai is more richer than Brownsville. You think Dubai is more richer than Southside Queens. And it ain't, baby. See? So we've been taught that. You don't know what your frontal cortex is. You don't know what neuromelanin is. Right? You don't know shit about quantum physics, right? You don't know nothing about cognitive behavioral therapy, negative thought patterns. Like, what the fuck? You be like, yeah, they not teach, bro. A child's learning curve is the shortest between the ages of 0 to 7. Why isn't the curriculum reflected of my ability to learn? It's a fucking conspiracy to destroy us, to keep us strategically behind, bro. So when you wake up and you realize, like, I was mad as hell when I seen Warren Buffett and Jay-Z sitting at a table. Like, Warren Buffett, fuck Warren Buffett. And I don't like Jay-Z, but I respect the hustle. If Warren Buffett had Jay-Z beginnings, Warren Buffett probably would have blew his brains out. Elon Musk is nothing special about you, baby boy. Fuck out of here. Grow up in the projects. Have your mom be addicted to drugs, not have a father, be in and out of jail, be in the system, have everybody hate you, including your fucking women, sit there and still get $1 billion and still make, you won't even fucking, it will be no electric cars coming from your company, boy. So, of course, I'm going to be angry, bro, because we have it in, you ever see Gladiator with Russell Crowe?
Yes.
Remember the end of the movie when he's about to fight the guy? Do you remember? You know what they did? They lift his armor up and poked him in the lung, and patched it up and put him on stage. So he fighting with one side like this, fighting. They've been doing that to us since the beginning of this shit. And then look at us like, oh, you inferior. And then these stupid ass bitches looking at us like, why you ain't? Bitch, it's fixed. The fight is fixed, baby. So when you get success as a black man, I'm like Jesus. You like Jesus. We don't have nepotism. We don't get no loans. We don't get nothing. We got to go harder than everybody else. With a smile. Fuck out of here, man.
Oh, no, of course.
Fuck, I'm not jacking that, boy. Like, no.
Nah.
Done with that.
But look,
then I'm cool on that.
Nah, so here's what I'm saying to you.
For sure.
No. As you should. As you should be, right? And I'm not saying for you to be whoever you are. Yeah. I think for us, right? Within our culture. I'm just saying for our culture. Let's just stick to us for right now.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times, instead of going forward as we should, right?
Yeah.
It's that we get caught up at a certain point. I'm just saying, listen to what I'm saying. Let me land. We get caught up at a certain point. And I'm not saying that it's not us collectively not wanting to go forward.
Caught up with?
No, I'm saying caught up as far as not emotions, but more so, how can I best put it? Oh, no, you gotta have emotions. No, you gotta have emotions. I'm not saying not have emotions.
The British are coming.
Right.
No, you gotta study. See, we taught history to condition us, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know who Paul Revere is? Do you know who George Washington is? Do you know what he did? You just know George Washington is the guy on the dollar bill.
Oh, no, I don't know him as far as that.
Did you know he invented the first spy network in America?
Yeah, I know about that.
Did you know for real? Do you know Paul Revere was part of the Massachusetts militia? Do you know what the operations for that militia was? Do you know Thomas Jefferson was involved in weapon design? You know Benjamin Franklin was involved in biochemical warfare and weapons design, and they were artillery makers and they built firearms. Like, what do you, like, come on, bro. Like, but you don't, what I'm saying is we're not taught that. So we taught to do it wrong. When what they did to get into power, they made us unaware. And you trying to get into power with an approach that's not going to work. They didn't go to the British and be like, hey, man, white lives matter. No, they killed them. They went to war. They fought them. See? But what they teach us? We gonna overcome. Jesus, we gonna overcome. What? Sound like Walaikum Assalam. Like, my man, like, you, none of that shit work, gang. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want some war? You listen, man, it gotta be some bloodshed, man. Motherfuckers gotta die. But listen, when you say that, right? Oh my God. But I can say, yo, you heard about the homie up the block? Yeah, that nigga had some money, man. I had to kill that nigga. What? Oh shit. It's all good when we killing each other. We can kill ourselves all day. Don't talk about killing a white man.
It's definitely a double standard.
Don't talk about killing a white man. Look at the music. Drill. We got a whole genre that
talks
became
about
the face of black genocide.
Mm-hmm.
And these house niggas is like, sexy drill. So kill me sexy now. Like what? Like no, bro. It's disgusting. So for me, I'm not sitting here, the white man ain't shit. Never will be. And it's okay. But fuck you. You've been saying fuck. See, we've been taught to accept fuck you with a smile. White men go like this. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, nigga. And because he ain't saying fuck you, nigga, he learned he can't say it like that no more. Creates too much resistance. That's what the Ray Lynch letter was about, right? Reprogramming, changing the approach. He's gonna say fuck you with a smile now. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna kill you through the food. I'm gonna kill you in the movies. I'm gonna kill you in corporate America. Mm-hmm. See? I'm gonna kill you. The New York Stock Exchange has seats. We've never sat on it. How many black lifetime judges we have? Think about this. How many black people we got in high positions in Congress? The fuck? President don't mean nothing. Sorry, Obama, but you didn't do shit. Right? We're not even taught. So what I'm saying is when you become educated, you get angry. And if you got nuts, you better be angry. See? That's why Haiti is still to this day independent, right? Because them Haitians,
they revolted.
Let it burn. Somebody say, what?
They revolted.
What? They with it. Yeah, you can't fool me. Mm-hmm. The Vietnamese, we lost the Vietnam War. Yeah, packed them up. Wow, fuck you, white devils. That's how you beat them. Indians got reservation. What they was doing? Scalping motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like, whoa, no, whoa, lives matter. Whoa, lives matter. Whoa, lives matter. Man, they was wearing the blood of their enemies as masks and cutting white men, women, babies, scalping them. Mm-hmm. Putting in pain. And look at Indians, they got reservations, they got, right? So we the only people trying to be like, yeah, please, sir, stop killing me. Like me, love me. Fuck out of here, man.
So let me ask you. So we was talking about you.
I'm saying last thing. Even down to the hair, bro. Our hair defies gravity. Their hair is dead. We've been conditioned to want to have hair like them, but their hair represents death. Their hair is the what's that word? Is the we're talking about physiology, right? Their hair is the external proof of is the external what's that word? Damn, forgot the word, but it's the proof that they're recessive.
Okay.
Because their hair is very powerful. Hair does a lot, right? When you look at our hair, what our hair stands up. Our hair defies gravity. Our hair is alive. When the sun hits your head, it goes down the curl, works as a conduit. You pull energy from the sun, from the earth, just with our hair, bro. But they tell you that no, it's not me. It's not me. Hate your hair.
Right, because of the conditions.
Like, fuck out. Because of the ability because of what it does. So remember, they have to water us down. They have to dilute us. They have to break us down. They have to break us down because if you start being who you are, you can't, white man can't come here and put me in slavery. You can't come to that door and say, we going to the plantation. Who? Not smart. I'm not going. There ain't be 300 of y'all motherfuckers. I'm getting through 300 of y'all motherfuckers. You heard? So they don't want that because it challenges their power structure. And the anger comes because what have you done while being in power? You raped, you murdered, you pillaged, you done horrendous things. Killed babies, all type to drink babies' blood. Why these people is sick, man? And and I know who they are, so I'm not sitting here trying to be cool with you. You the real op. Fuck out of here. But go ahead, man.
No, so let's definitely get with, you've been touching a lot on the Winnie Lynch letter. So my question to you about it, right? Within many of our communities, there have been, in our community, let's just stick to us. Yeah. There's been debates about it being that the letter's not real or whatever. Hold on. The letter's not real, but the concepts are real.
How's the letter? Listen.
No, but the concepts are real based off over decades. I want to ask you, based on that, how do we overcome that?
Just told you.
No. I know you told before, but let's really stick on that.
Only think about what you want. Forget about what you don't want. Never speak about what you don't have. Right? Start understanding neuroscience, frontal cortex, neuromelanin, how your brain works, how your mind works. Start studying quantum physics. Start looking up your contributions as a people to this planet. Right? Start looking at what we did. What did we do? We ain't slaves, bruh. What did we do? Where does all the natural resources come from?
Africa.
Right. These phones run on what?
Electricity.
No. Coltan.
Okay.
No coltan, nothing. You heard?
Mm-hmm.
So everything, this world, this green, beautiful round ball of dirt, all comes from Africa.
Of course.
Everything comes from us. So when you start to understand and study your people, your contributions, then you start to take pride in that. And you have to insulate yourself. You have to isolate yourself. You have to have affirmations. I am enough. I am special. I am powerful. I am blessed. I am protected. I am on the right path. I am the original man.
Right.
Right? I am God's first creation. So how you gonna make me feel no type? Oh, no. You have to talk to yourself. You have to do the mirror work. You have to start engaging your subconscious mind because only 5% of you is really in the where. But that other 95% feels like a nigga, a slave, fucked up. Right? So you have to engage your subconscious mind and start understanding your emotions because our emotions, every thought you think, there's a chemical associated with the thought you think. So if you think something negative, your body produces cortisol and adrenaline. Right? And it's almost like when you drive in the car, you got your foot on the brake and your foot on the gas at the same time. That's what it feels like when you got adrenaline and cortisol. And then what is that? Anxiety. What is that? Depression, which turns into aggression, right? But when you think something positive, your body produces endorphins, dopamines, melatonin, serotonin, things that give you this natural high and relax, right? And we have to start understanding CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy. This is what my I Am Enough tour is all about. Breaking this shit. Fuck out of here. Because these little black boys don't deserve to die. These little black girls need to be known for something else.
That they're enough.
Dick and twerking.
That their value matters.
Women are not sexual objects, and our men are not empty, hollow shells of flesh and bone, right? Like, so, and you have to start having positive self-talk. Every day in the mirror, I get up in the mirror, 100 affirmations with I am. Not just saying I'm, because you have to say I am because everything added on to I am becomes added on to you. And then you have to understand the emotions that you will feel by when you're the best version of yourself.
Right.
Right? You can't work your way. Like you can't work your way out of mental slavery, right? You can't buy your way out of mental slavery. You got to vibrate out that motherfucker. So it's understanding how the subconscious mind works, how the conscious mind works, meditation and affirmations, and loving yourself. Like really loving yourself. Like really loving yourself. Call me narcissistic, call me whatever the fuck you want. Don't give a fuck. No, what I'm saying
but
is,
you are loving yourself.
no, you're gonna call me narcissistic because they created. When you think of psychology, right? When you study psychology, you get a degree in psychology. The introductory to psychology is John Locke and Sigmund Freud. A homosexual, a pedophile, and a cokehead. You know what I'm saying? So how are you the foundation for psychology and you didn't even invent this shit? We did. See? So there's thoughts and terms that they use to get us away from repetitiously developing the affirmations, the thoughts, to change how we think, to take us out of that mental slavery. How you think creates how you feel. So if every day I walk in and I say to myself, I am.
Gives you a different value.
I am powerful. I am strong. I am a god. I'm not, don't call me no nigga. I'm not a nigga. My friends, everybody knows, don't nobody call me no nigga. Not responding. It's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. I'm not answering to the names and attributes that these white people try to put on us. Right? And then you're mindful and you're sensitive. Right? You're mindful. You're sensitive. I don't care if I walk in a room and a black woman, because she's been indoctrinated, she's been whitewashed. So I might walk in a room and I can see the spirit. I don't give a fuck about none of that. That's not going to change how I feel. I walk into a room as a black man, you subservient to these white motherfuckers, you work for them. I don't give a fuck. Right? So I'm not letting no external stimulus change my internal inspiration to manifest who I am. Point blank fucking period. And that's how you do it. And then once you develop the mindset, now you got to get to action. It's about developing institutions. We have to have a power structure. That's militias, government, our own police department, right? Our own police department, our own hospitals, right? Our own schools, our own religious centers, right? And having dual citizenship, right? And making sure that we own the land in Africa. Because you can't own a motherfucking thing here in America. Right? You can't. And then even when you own a building and own the land, you know how they get you? They get you with property tax. So yeah, you own the land, and ain't no black people own the land because we done sold it all. The so-called Jews bought it from us and the Chinese bought it from us, right? So the last living black people that own land, they gotta what? Sell out. It's happening in Harlem. Brooklyn already been raped and pillaged, right? So now when you own the land, guess what they hit you with? They hit you with property taxes. Then you don't got no money coming in. You ain't got no family. Your family structure is fucked up, right? You ain't got no kids, and the kids you do got ain't worth shit. So what you do, now you behind in debt, you behind your property taxes. Then what the government do? They put liens on your property and snatch that shit right back from you. Now you ain't got nothing. You worked your whole life. The fuck out of here. That's why we can't be in a place where we can't own the land. See? So, and when you understand what they really doing, you will be angry. You ain't gonna make me accept you trying to kill me as a compliment.
Oh, of course. Not. Yeah. It's not supposed to. So let's get with this. What kind of legacy do you need to leave behind of your journey?
What you mean?
No, I mean as far as what you already created.
You ask these general questions.
No, I'm being serious. I'm being dead serious. It's a serious question. I'm being.
My legacy it's already happening now. I'm already leaving legacy.
Okay.
I'm decolonizing the minds of our people. Right? I'm doing that now.
Okay.
Right? I'm making black people go, oh shit, I can do that? Yeah, I can. And this is how you do it. And here's a timeline for doing it. You see? Right? No. And then we talk about finances. Finances, generational wealth. One generational wealth is your living expenses times 4 times 12 times 100. Your living expenses times 4 times 12 times 100. And making sure that wealth is housed in a land and an area that you own, that you have dominant ownership in. So you can protect your finances, over time.
All right, that's what's up, man. So, all right, let's go with bars of cap real quick.
You talking about bars? I'm not a bar. This ain't.
No.
It better be some politically driven questions, so I can't.
No, it's like streams like truth or dare. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. It's scenario questions. That's all it is, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Major book or quote that could change your perspective is a myth with social media. Bars of cap.
Wait, say it again.
I said a major book or quote that can change.
Major book
or quote.
My quote is My quote is changing stuff now. My quote is how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. And vibration becomes a magnet, attracts things to you. I'm changing lives with that quote right now. And it's happening through social media. We just passed a little bit over 5 billion views on TikTok, right? So yeah, but social media doesn't have any power. The power will always be in the minds of the people. See? And everything else is just an external, tangible extension of our mental indulgence in it. So it's no power in it. It's power in the energy that we project into it, right? But social media doesn't have any power. So you can't get blackballed or banned or nothing because everything is in our minds. That's why we so powerful. That's why motherfuckers don't care about making digital platforms talking about the truth. They care more so about us being in the street, mobilizing and organizing and trying to build communities. Okay? But yeah, go ahead.
Nah, that's what's up. All right. So, as far as the industry, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you feel it's highly overrated? As far as what's presented, as far as what's
history, man.
No, okay.
Okay.
Speak on that.
I mean, it's what I'm doing. I mean, this is why the first entry level step in that direction is the I'm Enough tour. Because I'm addressing everything. When you look at these cameras, most of these cameras come from where? B&H. Why we don't build cameras? You want to build it. You want to have a clothing line. You want to have merch. You want to have some weed. You want to sell that. Why we don't build cameras? Why we don't build? Tim Cook is an idiot. You know Tim Cook?
Who is Tim Cook?
You see that computer that she's in front of?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's one of the top guys at Apple. Tim Cook ain't no fucking Steve Jobs. How the fuck we ain't building computers? Why we ain't building a Lisa 25? No, fucking Lisa. We gonna be building a Nazinga. Why we ain't making a Nazinga? You know what I mean? Fuck out of here, right? So we have to go into creating our own industries and make that a thing. When you think of creation, you don't think of our people, but we're the originators of everything. Isn't that fucked up? Right? The Tesla, Elon Musk is you're nothing, boy. You're an idiot. Larry Page, nobody. Sergey Brin, nobody.
Yeah, I don't think I give credit to Tesla or anything
Spiegel,
like that. You know what I'm saying?
Sergey Brin and Larry Page, those are the founders of Google, right? Evan Spiegel, founder of Snapchat, right? None of these people, even Jack Ma, he invented Alibaba. Jack Ma's a little bit better than Tim Cook, but Jack Ma can't hold a candle to Lico Dangote, right? So we cream of the crop, and we have to start mass marketing black intellectuals. No disrespect, but it ain't about basketball players and rappers and trappers, man. See? Even though, I got a little flow and I got a little jump shot. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Let me get to the last thing, right? Before we get out of here. You had pulled up the Dame G's event content day. I got a little footage of it on the roof.
Had that shit on too.
No. You was speaking.
Shit on.
Yeah, you speaking your truth. I want to know from you about wanting
like $30,000 jacket on, man.
You did.
Motherfucking mode. Yeah, man.
You did, but you definitely want. You're trying to speak to everybody, but there's only a few that actually listen in regards to about wanting to create a union. We'll create a union as far as with the influencers.
No, the event. I feel like the event. It wasn't as organized as it could have been.
Okay.
And I didn't want to forcefully try to it just needed to exist.
Right.
And so I was trying my best to be present and then share the information with who, I felt was in close proximity to me. Because we didn't have any mics or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, for you speaking about that, how imperative is it for us creators, not just in New York, but just all over, to have a union?
Yeah, you have to have a union. We have to do the same thing these fucking white people do at Harvard, MIT. We gotta have hackathons. We gotta make that cool. We gotta make creation cool. We make recreation and doing drugs cool. See? We gotta get an Airbnb with a bunch of laptops, computers, and technology and high-speed internet, and let's just try to make shit. Let's just try to figure out how to, right? Mm-hmm. We have to move from consuming to ownership, right? Because we move from consuming to curating a little bit, slightly architecting, but no ownership and owning the technology and owning our own servers and owning radio towers and owning satellites. A radio tower is between 300,000 and 600,000. A satellite low level is between 10 and 12 million. So if you got guys bragging about you just threw 50,000 in the strip club, 10 times is a satellite. And the ad revenue off of that ownership is in the billions, right? Mm-hmm. So again, this is what the I'm Enough tour is about. I'm teaching black people. I'm teaching us, content creators, artists, rappers, right? Black folks, look, man, we have to create our own industry and our own industries, right? And be in charge of the production. There's no more diamond district ran by so-called Jews when all the best diamonds come from Africa. It's diabolical. You understand what I'm saying? It's like diabolical, right? Not to have ownership. And I don't care. Like, I don't care, bro. I don't care. And we have to change the relations. Even when I came here, right? I don't know if she could have been in her own world. I don't know, right? When I came through the back, so I came through the freight of it. I came through the back. I seen everybody, seen white people. I see the girl who looks like she's black. I looked at her and the body language was like, and she looked, right? That could have been, maybe I'm misreading it, right? But it wasn't the energy I'm supposed to receive from a black woman when I walk into a building. And we don't give black women the energy they're supposed to get when we interact. So whatever you think, because you think you cute, so you think I'm just, because the white man put this chip in your mind that every black man that looks at you, he just wants to fuck and want to holler. So you have this subconscious spirit of defense mechanism. I see that. And my tour, I'm addressing that and I'm snapping that. I'm breaking that. Right? Mm-hmm. That condescending shit that the white man, he's standing there. I'm like, yo, we might be, oh, man, Google it. Google what? Google my culture. Google my race. See? So we have to create our own industries, and we have to have better relationships with our women. We have to have better relationships with
each other, cool.
Right? And develop new communication tools to break down those barriers conditioned into us by these white motherfuckers to maintain their power structure.
All right, man. Listen, real talk.
Hey!
You know where to follow him at. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put it on the bottom of the screen. You already know what this is.
Man.
Nah, of course.
I'm Enough Tour. My number's not, what camera, man? I'm right here?
You right here? You right here?
Oh, you got, okay, yeah. Okay, 3 cameras. That makes so nice. You had to do it thrice. 917-907-3687. 917-907-3687. 917-907-3687. That's my number. Call me, man. We outside.
Good. Once again, my brother. Bring it. No, bring it in, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Come on, man. Come on. We're not doing that. Appreciate the talk up here.
I said it's going to be, hold on. What's the floor?
No, go back to the no. No, go back to the
I'm recording the phrase because you would have motherfuckers saying that.
Not good.
FSWBM.
FSWBM.
Future statues will be made.
Will be made. You already know this, man.
Me, motherfuckers.
Yeah. You already know what it is, man. It's another edition of CUTS. You know what the CUTS stand for. Culture, Urban, Technology, and Sports. At the end of the day, we're having the conversations with the people that are moving the culture forward. Hands over the eyes. It's the 2 up.
Everybody with a check ain't certified. If you look behind these shades, you see a murder house. A lot of people that I beef, it wasn't worth my time.